Hey friends, Beck Power here from Power Creative Media, and today I want to show you, or tell you, I guess, about the time that my mum asked me what I wanted to be for Halloween, and I said that I wanted to be a potato. And that is a real true thing, and my mum made me a potato costume, and I wandered around our neighborhood looking like a giant turd. So that's what happened to me when I was 5. I decided to be a potato, and I didn't really care what anyone thought. But I think that as we get older, we start to learn that it's not safe to do what we want. And I look back on that story, I always like that one because it shows me that at some point in my life, I really did not give a single crap about what people thought. I just wanted to be a potato because I liked potatoes, and that was what I did. So as we get older as human beings, we start to care a lot more what people think. It makes a difference to us. We think it's not safe to do the things that we want, and we think there might be repercussions or consequences, or we don't really like the things that people will say, etc., etc. And so we start to do less of the things that we really want to do, and we start doing more things just because they'll be accepted by other people. And there's absolutely nothing wrong, with dressing up as a princess or whatever the equivalent thing is when you're older, doing what people do, doing something else that is more acceptable, as long as that's what you really want to do, as your authentic self. And one of the things that I help people to do in Power Creative Media is to figure out who they want to be online, how they can be the best version of themselves that and I'm sure you've heard this before, the person that you are online is going to attract some people and it's going to repel other people, and that means it's working properly. Because you can't be everything to everybody. You've got to, what they call it, pick a niche or do any of these things. You can't please everybody, so you have to pick the people that you really want to work with, and then everyone else is repelled using your marketing. And so what we help people to do is to create a story and a persona, and really get into the mind of their customers as well. But I guess what we really help people to do is to show up as their best self online. So the assets and the content that you're putting out there really show who you are and who you want to be in the world, and you show up as your best self, right? You show up as someone who knows what they're talking about, someone who is good at what they do, someone who is excited about what they're up to in the world, and anything else that you want to show. I ask you what you want to be, how you want to be seen in the world and on your social media, and then we create assets that show you that way. Because it's important to be, not just be authentic yourself in your life. That's obviously the most important thing, but there's something to be said for communicating that authentic you online, because it doesn't always translate, especially if you don't have, the skills to be putting out content, you don't have the design skills or the video editing skills or things like that. You're not communicating yourself the way that you really want to be communicated. And so that's one thing that we help with. And the other thing is to show up regularly. So you're being seen as that person all the time, not just kind of once or being seen sporadically. You are showing up the way you want to be seen regularly. So we call it being your best self online. So that is what we help people to do. And it just always makes me so happy to think of the 5-year-old Beck who was running around in a potato costume, not caring what other people thought. And because at that time, that was the authentic and best version of myself that I wanted to be. And I hope that we can do that for you. I hope that you can go through our process and figure out, the type of person that is you. You're the real you online, and not just in person. It's just a translation thing that sometimes these things get lost when you put them online. And so we really help you to figure out what those are and create brand assets that you can then use over and over again that make you look like that person that you really want to be. And that's for our clients, there's a huge sense of relief. It's a sense of excitement. We get a lot of people saying, wow, I can't believe I said that. I sound so smart. I look so good. This is amazing. And so that's what the experience that we want to create for you. And if you are interested in having your content repurposed, if you're interested in creating assets with us, if you're interested in having a conversation about what your best self would look like online, hit me up. You can see a link somewhere around this video, or you can check us out at powercreativemedia.com. Hopefully that is helpful. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.